Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy AMJ, and as I'm pretty sure we all know, Battlefield 1 is out. It's been out for a little bit, so I'm pretty late on my opinions video, but I definitely want to ensure that when I actually got you guys some gameplay, that was absolutely phenomenal as always. So if you guys will do me a favor and drop a like, I've been out there grinding these gameplays. Can we try to go for 10 likes on today's videos? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk a little bit about Battlefield 1 and how it compares to Infinite Warfare. You might think that it's not at all, but just wait until the end of the video. Battlefield 1 happens to appeal to everything that this generation of gamers is wanting. We wanted Call of Duty to go back to a World War style shooter, and they simply gave us more futuristic garbage, which leads the EA company to go ahead and do what they gotta do and make a game that was actually appealing to a very high amount of gamers. Now, I want to say that not only was the multiplayer phenomenal in this game, but the single player was actually pretty dope too. There's a really cool thing where whenever you die, it actually transitions to another soldier, so you don't feel like you're retrying from the same life over and over. Each life kind of has more value to it, and whenever you die, they kind of tuck a little mini story. I think the campaign was very interesting. I like the how deeply drawn into it you can get. It's almost like watching a series or something on Netflix. It's actually really cool, and I really enjoyed the storyline. The multiplayer is really dope with a lot of weapon variations to choose from, and in the options screen they have a lot of new things, and as you can see from the gameplay, it also includes a field of view slider, which I think is an essential to first person shooters nowadays. Like, it's finally moving to console. I need the rest of the games to get with the program, please. Field of view needs to be there. I feel like I have a peripheral vision now. I feel like I can see stuff. It's a whole new world, and I love it. Overall, Battlefield 1 has amazed me in ways that Call of Duty just simply couldn't. And vice versa, actually. You know what? Battlefield 1 might be a really good game. It still has a lot of glitches and bugs inside of it. I'm pretty sure you guys have been seeing them everywhere. You know, the tank that sprawls out of control and what have you. But I think another really crazy element this game is missing is it seems like it doesn't have enough weapons. Like, I feel like the variations make it appear there's more guns, but there's really not. And it makes the game feel really stale. You know what? Every time you die by the same thing, or, you know, you're using the same thing. It feels like there's not enough variety, and it doesn't really make the game that much more appealing. I know that they're trying to base their thing off of their time period, but I think that's what's actually crippling them, is that they're so boxed into that one zone, they can't escape it. So they're stuck in this World War style thing, and they can't really introduce us to a lot, which what really throws the game off to me, because I want more guns. I feel like the guns that are there have, like, they're okay, but I wish that there was more. It feels like there needs to be more, versus a game like Call of Duty that actually has a lot of weaponry inside of it, and you always feel like you have a plethora of choices. You don't feel so confined to one gun, and that's what I like about Call of Duty. So many options. And you know, even previous Battlefields like Battlefield 4, I love the fact there were so many hardlines, so many guns to choose from. And then you go to here and you feel like you only got like 15 to play with in total. Battlefield 1 was a very serious game, especially playing the multiplayer aspect. Everyone took the game very serious. It was kind of hard to encounter a bad player. Everybody for the most part had the game down packed. They were very good at what they did, so if you came across a sniper, 9 times out of 10 they weren't going to miss you, and they were dropping you from pretty deep distances too. These snipers were really deadly and become a problem, especially with the way the maps are designed. The maps are designed to be sniper havens. There's not many buildings, and while there is trench warfare, there's not many trenches, so you kind of feel like you're just out in the open. Like, snipers are just, they're dangerous. They're very dangerous, and they're in high places behind very big rocks where you can barely see their head, so it becomes very difficult killing them on top of that, if you can even spot them in the first place. It will require teamwork to actually do this, but that becomes a problem because not a lot of people actually use their mics, and I think that's what these games need, a more vocal community. Come on, Battlefield players, use your mics. They were free with the PlayStation. You have no excuse. Stop being antisocial. Versus Call of Duty, people are actually a lot more prone to talk, and you can actually handle the game how you want to. You don't exactly have to be in a group. You can roll by yourself, or you can have friends if that's something that you just really prefer to do. And that's what I like about Call of Duty. You don't feel like you need a teammate. In Battlefield, I felt alone. You know, whenever you're in these squads, you have people with you, but none of you talk at all, and then you're just doing your thing, and you're trying to handle the objective, but because there's no communication, y'all are kind of away from each other. You don't feel like you're in a squad. You feel like you're just out there in a whole world. Like, you have teammates that aren't really connected to you at all, and so it just becomes a little bit boring if you don't have friends to play Battlefield 1 sometimes. There's like a lot of differences to the things that we see in Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, but the point that I'm trying to make is that these games are not comparable, so I wish that the Call of Duty community especially would stop doing it. Stop trying to say that Battlefield 1 is better than Infinite Warfare. Maybe that may be to you, but not exactly, because how can you compare something so strategic to Call of Duty? Could you compare Rainbow Six to Call of Duty? You can't do it. They're not even the same kind of game. And that's what you had to enjoy about Call of Duty. The people complaining about Call of Duty are really frustrating because you guys keep forgetting that this game was never a skill-based game. It was a casual game. I saw on Twitter that they're actually working on patching the snipers, and I don't understand why. Why do you want to patch the snipers? They've never been patched before. Why are these things just now becoming a problem? The problem is that you guys are wanting Call of Duty to be something that it's not. I mean, for the most part, yeah, it's already turned into something that it's not, but at least at this point, I think that Call of Duty is at its best. Infinite Warfare, I feel like it's at one of its best peaks. It's better than Black Ops 3. Everything is how it used to be outside of the jumping and crazy movement systems. This was Call of Duty, chaotic, fast-paced, and that's just how it rolled. I don't know why now all of a sudden everybody wants to complain. Now, am I saying that Battlefield 1 is worse than Call of Duty? No. And if I had a preference, honestly, I couldn't even tell you. But what I can say is this: neither one of the games should be compared, and Infinite Warfare does not deserve the flack that it's been getting recently. I feel like a lot of people are hating it because it's kind of the new thing to do. It's just this trending thing going on to smash it, and it's been like that since the trailer came out, but I feel like they're not letting go of that. I feel like because they expected the game to be shitty, they're nitpicking at all the little things, and all the same problems that they are addressing are in both games. Like, I've heard people complain about the gun variations. There's variants in Battlefield. There's the trench version of the submachine guns is so irritating because do you not know that you can like fight halfway across the map and not even aim down your sights? Like, do you know how crazy that is, especially when you're strafing? A lot of these guns in Battlefield 1 have perks just like the ones in Infinite Warfare if you get the different versions of them. So I've never understood like why Battlefield can do certain things but Call of Duty can't. Like in Call of Duty, we all hated the Juggernaut suit, right? In Modern Warfare 3 and Ghost, and they're just running around with all that health and shit, got a Gatling gun and everything. But in Battlefield 1, they have a pickup like that. There's a dude with a flamethrower or a Gatling gun, he walks around in a suit of armor. It takes forever to kill him. Not even one grenade will take him out, even if it's directly placed under him. It's like the most insane thing I've ever seen. He can just run through all of your teammates. So I never understood why that's okay for Battlefield to do but not for Call of Duty. I don't get certain things. But the bottom line is that it's kind of hard to call them out on it because again, the games aren't even comparable. Maybe the way you handle this Juggernaut in Battlefield is not the same way it would be handled in Call of Duty. You know, so a lot of variables play against these games, and I just really don't find it fair that we're comparing Infinite Warfare to Battlefield. We didn't do that in Ghost. You know, we didn't do that with Modern Warfare 2. I think it was the Battlefield 3. I believe so. We didn't do that. So I don't understand why we're comparing these two games and why, because Battlefield 1 is out, that Infinite Warfare has to take so much flack. And like the way that people compare games nowadays, y'all make it seem like Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty are the only two games on the market. I'm comparing Battlefield 1 to Doom, and I like Doom more than I like Battlefield 1. Comparing Battlefield to games like Borderlands, there's so many games that you can compare it to. Why is it only Call of Duty that we just tend to want to pick on? I never understood that. This will be my last comment here ranting about these two games, but again, overall, I do believe that Battlefield 1 is a very well-played shooter. I'm not hating on any games at all, so don't take it as that. Everybody has their own opinions. I would love to hear your opinion, so please leave it down in the comment section below. The only thing I ask is don't you try to insult anybody because they have an opinion. We're all entitled to ours, and every opinion is respected and welcomed here. So with that being said, just drop your opinion down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's been your boy AMJ giving some dope Battlefield 1 gameplay. Shoot for 10 likes on this video, and I'm out, guys. Peace.